We can do,
intro?
yeah, I'm gonna do a little intro. I'm not gonna just like cold start into this.
You're gonna be like, hello people of the internet, my name is Dante MC, and welcome to a new video on my channel. Today we're ranking Okayama Reboot episodes with Jaysarrival.
All right, thanks for the intro, Jay. I will be using that.
I'm
kidding. No, I'm not using that. No. All right, what's up, everyone? It's Dante here, and today we got a little bit of a different video for you guys. So today we will be, as you can see, all right, Jay is just spamming freaking. All right, I'm unmuting a Discord, bro. This freaking guy Jay is just spamming soundboards, bro. I was gonna say today we're gonna be doing something a little different, something new, something a little fun. All right, so today we're gonna be ranking every single episode of Reboot. As you can see, we got all the episodes here in order. I just thought this would be like a fun little thing to do while we're like kind of in the process of like making, you know, the reboot of Recovery right now. So can't exactly upload any episodes right now. So we're gonna be ranking these episodes in order. So I have a pretty good idea of where some of these episodes are gonna rank. I think Jay, I don't know what your, you know, thought process is for like what would you say is a good standard for like, you know, maybe like a B tier, like a good standard for like an Okayama episode? What would you say?
You want me to name like episode?
I'm saying like, what is like your hypothetical, like what should be the standard for like, you know, something making it to like one of the like mid or higher tiers?
God, I don't know. I think like recording wise, it should be something that we look back on and be like, yeah, that was okay. We had fun. You know, I think like viewing wise, it should be like, yeah, that's a decent episode to watch. It wasn't like too boring, you know?
And I think it should have like I think a finale is a good
plot.
Yeah, like something plot related and stuff, like something happened, like, you know, there's a good chunk of, you know, just something there happening in the episode that, you know, is interesting. Yeah. So I think for episode 1 of Reboot, I think I would actually put it in B tier. This is what I was thinking of when we were talking about this like last night with what my standard would be. I don't know if you would agree with this placement, but I do think this is a good like B tier of an episode.
I think episode 1 is a D tier just because Jaysarrival's in it.
Okay. where should we put this?
No, I think it's a good B tier.
All right, I'll put it in B tier.
Actually, I had fun recording that episode. I think there was like
I did too. It's pretty good.
I think there was like one moment that I had that I didn't enjoy, and that was just more of like I messed up on the lines for Grandpa, because you know I would play Grandpa in earlier episodes.
Yeah.
And remember, you had to do the cut. It was at the store, if I remember correctly, or like when we're walking past it to the house.
Yeah, I did like the slight little like trim in the video.
Yeah,
you're taking a little bit on typing. I actually remember that part. I think this is a good, like a decent starting episode. You know, I think this is pretty good. I put this in B myself.
One of my favorites. I was really surprised how well it came out too, because I don't think our chemistry was just there yet, like how it is.
Yeah,
now.
we were still
we're still learning.
This was like the beginning. Or not the beginning, but like we were kind of like slowly transitioning into you know, being more comfortable.
Watch old Okayama.
So bad.
Oh man, our old chemistry, bro. I mean, I was playing Glamrock Freddy, but still, like.
I mean, it was actually pretty funny. I think Glamrock Freddy is like one of the only good things about OG Okayama, in my opinion. All right, episode 2. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember anything about this episode. I don't remember anything.
I think the only thing I remember is that we did parkour, right? In that episode.
It was kind of just like I think this was the introduction. No, this wasn't the introduction to Kami.
No, Kami was in episode 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I think this is more just like showing Miss Kami being kind of a hard ass.
Yeah, it was just
being strict.
It's just like a common episode 2, really. Like
I'd probably put this in
crappy
C tier.
teacher. Yeah, I was gonna say either C tier.
All right. Well, I can already. All right. So Jay and I were talking a little bit before this. We already know what's gonna be the first F tier, and
put that crap in F tier, bro. Oh my god, I hate that episode.
It's such a bad episode.
I hate that episode.
Just the circumstances around it, like the constant delays, like I remember we were trying to record this episode for so long and we just couldn't do it for so many weeks.
I just want to say it's no one's fault but ours. Like everything we're complaining about when it comes to this episode, it's our fault.
Yeah, this has nothing. This has nothing to do with the cast or anything, or like just any outside factors. I was gonna say the only thing that keeps this episode from being like a 0 out of 10 for me is that one joke we had. Yeah, I was like, this might put it in D tier, but everything else, no. It's just like, ugh, no, absolutely not. We had Garrett, our friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Garrett. He like built a campsite for us, and I remember because at the time, I think what you told me, Jay, was a lot of people were asking Garrett to build like camps for them.
Oh yeah.
And like they never used it. And so I felt really pressured to use this because I didn't want to waste the campsite, and I really wanted to use it for something in Reboot. And yeah, it was just like that, like on top of the fact that like it took so long to like actually do the recording. And in the recording, like I wasn't really feeling it. Yeah, it just wasn't that fun at the time. Yeah, you can really tell. Like there's really a part in the episode where I tried to drown myself, and that was not scripted at all. Like that was literally that was literally just me like hating how the recording was going. So yeah, F tier.
But the next episode is actually quite nice.
I think this is an A tier, to be honest. I really like this episode. I don't know if you agree.
I was gonna say high B tier. That's just me.
You wanna
like low A, high B, but that's just me.
We'll put this top of B tier. I think episode 4 is I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of plot going on in it. I think there's a quite decent amount of like interesting stuff happening. I think our chemistry in the episode is pretty good as well.
Yeah. Also, that's when I got my or I say new skin, but in reality, it's my old skin. I went back, kinda. I mean, I had new shading, but like now, I think my only gripe with episode 4, it's just my personal opinion about how things should be written, is I wish the death was a bit later, like just maybe an episode. Like I wish we had more time with Amelia, but that's just me.
I think that's what keeps this from being an A tier is how quick the death was. But at the same time, it's kind of like a diversion from like expectations. Because like everyone was expecting everyone was expecting Amelia to be the yandere. And I mean, to be honest with you, she was going to be the yandere. But we kind of swapped. We kind of had to switch of plans because at that time, Potato came into the picture. Yeah, so we decided to swap the yandere, and I was like, should I kill her off this episode? Yeah, might as well pull the trigger now. I didn't have any sense of like pacing back then, so she just died instantly, unfortunately. I think she should have had a little bit more screen time before she met the chopping block.
Like an early Reboot, it was just really just going with the flow. Like it wasn't like we'll get like I'll bring up like part 2 later when we get to that point, but it starts at like I think episode 13. Yeah, it's just early Reboot was just something else. It has a charm to it though.
Yeah, back when we were young and hopeful. I mean, we're still young, but
17 when this started.
Yeah, I think. How old was I? Yeah, I was like 19 or something. Dude, this series is almost like 4 years old, isn't it? Or 3 years?
Well, I think it's 3. I mean, if we count old, I think it's like the original. I think it's 4, but
originals almost have 4 years. Yeah. Damn, we've been doing this for a long time, huh?
Yeah. Next episode, though, I love that episode.
I think this episode's pretty good. I like this. Where would we put it?
I don't think it's S tier. I think it's like top of A. That's just me, though. Well, this is just my personal opinion. I think I'll get into more of that later. I think when more episodes evolve around him, but I think Jack is one of the best written characters in Okayama, even though he didn't get a lot of screen time, sadly. And
yeah, I'll put this. We'll compromise. I'll put this in A, but it's gonna be like towards like middle of A. The only thing I really remember from this episode, to be honest, is like me getting punched in the face by Jack.
Yeah, well, it shows like Jack as a character in that. I mean, he's still kind of an asshole, but he's an asshole with feelings, and Yeah,
it shows he's just not like a straight up like D-bag.
Yeah,
and, like he actually kind of cares about the people around him. But he still hates Dante at this point in time, unfortunately. So I get decked in the face. But yeah, I do think this is a pretty good world building episode. You kind of see how everyone reacts to Amelia's death here, like how this how it affects the school and everything. I do think this is pretty good world building in here. I can't speak English.
I really like this era of Okayama, like the next like 6 episodes.
Oh, we're about to cut into the Kami arc here.
Yeah,
oh God.
Like I would say, but like I really like this, like the Kami arc a lot. This is just my opinion. I think Halloween is S tier. I loved Halloween. Everyone had such a fun time.
This episode's so fun. Dude, Dante's in this episode. I love Dante. Yeah. I don't care. This has nothing to do with story significance. I just love this episode. I think this goes in S tier.
Oh yeah, I could argue it's just straight filler. Besides maybe like Jack just being an asshole.
Yeah, it's just like it's just such a fun episode. I don't know. We had like the whole cast graveyard. Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah. Like we had the whole graveyard built for this as well, and it was just like we had Dante there. Like, dude, this was such a fun episode.
Yeah, it was a good time. The cast had a great time. I remember. I wish I still had screenshots from it. It's probably on my old computer still.
Yeah, I think this is a purely experience-driven S tier. Like, I think watching this is enjoyable. Probably not as enjoyable as like, you know, watching like episode 4 or 5 here, but I think episode 6 is. I think this is an S tier for the cast. You know.
I think also
recording.
I personally think like watching wise, because I watched Okayama maybe like a couple months ago. I was just rewatching some of it. The Halloween episode is not my favorite, but I would say at least top 4 of like.
It's a fun watch.
What's to watch? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. I did like it a lot.
Honestly, if people wanted to start the story in the Halloween episode, they could.
Well, you'd be missing the Amelia stuff. So, all right, episode 7. This is officially where I would say the Kami arc officially starts. Is in 7, because isn't this the episode where we catch her like in my locker?
Yeah, we catch her in your locker, and and also that's when you got your new skin.
Yeah, it's when people are like, oh, why'd you get your hair chopped off?
Yeah,
I got the forehead comments on that episode.
I actually really love. I know this is off topic, but I really love this thumbnail that I made.
This is my favorite thumbnail. One of my favorites, actually. I just love how this looks.
It's my favorite. Something about like my older style is just so nice.
Like I think this is a really nice just thumbnail overall, to be honest. Yeah. Where I'd rank
I don't remember
this,
too much of that episode.
Me neither, but this is the start of the Kami arc for me. So I think I would probably put this like bottom of B tier. What do you think? Or maybe high C.
High C.
High C. I'd agree with that, actually.
It was just another school episode. I like school episodes personally. I'm a huge advocate here for it. But like
just having too many of them is a little redundant.
I think like recording wise, like it wasn't bad. Like I think everyone had a fun time. It's just another episode, you know?
Yeah.
Just we showed up. We had someone playing Miss Kami, and Miss Kami was just doing Miss Kami things.
Yeah, this is the start of like, oh, maybe we should start paying attention to this character more, other than just being like, oh, what a weird, like what a crazy and like mean teacher. Like, no, there's something actually going on here. I think this is that's where that starts. Cold Heart, I'm putting that up in S tier.
Really?
I love Cold Heart. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Cold Heart.
I like Cold Heart too.
Or maybe like that's top of A.
Like top of A. I have one complaint about Cold Heart, and I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's our fault again. But I remember our reasoning on why we did it. Now that I'm older, I feel like we could do slightly better in storytelling, and I wish that we didn't give my dad like such a goofy line. But the reason why we did do that
so weird.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember, but I remember we had a reason on why we decided that and let Tim like voice act that. Tim's our friend, by the way.
Our good friend Macrology, the GOAT, Mr. Marshall in the OG series. I loved Mr. I actually, let me go back and say this, because I remember I said this earlier. Glamour Freddy being like the only good thing. That's not true. Mr. Marshall was also really good.
Yeah.
W Tim, I love you, Tim, if you're watching this video.
But now with like this. We had a reason. We didn't want things to be too serious, and also just for trigger warnings and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I mean, trigger warning here, but like the episode is about abuse, and we didn't want to go too far because we also understand that kids watch this, you know.
yeah.
So we did it more in a lighthearted way. Like, I remember that's what we talked about, but
Yeah,
to
we
be
had
fair,
him
that was like 2
sound.
years ago.
Yeah, we had him sound more like kind of like drunk and like
And goofy like.
yeah, more like a drunk deadbeat than like, you know, like this intimidating, like abusive. I mean, he's still abusive, but like not so intimidating. Kind of like
I kept that
imposing
black eye for
figure.
like 4 episodes.
Yeah, you did. You actually still have it here.
I know. Well, I had it in that episode too, but like,
Yeah.
but no, I liked Cold Heart. Like, that was my only complaint about it, but that was just more of like we were just trying to be safe.
This is S tier for our like friendship here. This is where it really like blossoms in this episode. That's why I'm saying I would put it bottom of S tier for me personally.
Yeah, okay, I think that's fair.
You want to move it up to S tier? Or do you want to keep it at the top of it?
Yeah, I think it's S tier.
I'll keep it there. All right. This is episode 9. I forget what this is called actually.
I forget what it's called, dude. That's when we went to like the shopping district.
Yeah, this was like I think this is like the shortest episode.
It is.
And this is where Jack gets stabbed, unfortunately. L. Jack.
Oh, by the way, spoilers. But
we've been talking about spoilers this whole time.
I know. But I
would personally
remember
put
that
this
episode correctly. I was gonna say either B or C, but that's just me.
I'd be
Like,
bottom of B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
this was just kind of like I think it was a bit of a weird episode for me. I don't know. I remember I wasn't exactly too fond of it.
There was no problems with it. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's memorable because Jack gets hurt in it, but it's just, I think when you're recording stuff, a lot of stuff is just kind of sometimes and just okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people had fun. It wasn't like it was like terrible behind the scenes or anything. It was just like, you know, we just showed up, we did our job, and we all went on with our day. And I think that was just about it. I think watching wise, it's okay. It's just pretty short.
Yeah, you get to see Jack get stabbed at the end, and you get like the little clue that he knows who it is.
Yeah. Some people were so happy when like he got stabbed.
Oh yeah. I remember people were celebrating that Jack got stabbed. But
yeah, I just want to say Jack was totally okay with it. He personally thinks that he did his job right, and he loves how the character got backlash.
Love you, Jack.
So
all right. Yeah, what a handsome fellow. All right, this is where we get into the real meat and potatoes of the Kami arc. This is where it kind of all comes to a crescendo, I guess.
I think that's high B.
I think this is honestly, I would put this bottom of A or high B. Just because it's not like, this is where like a bunch of tension happens, but it's not like where everything goes down, you know. I'd probably put this in high B though.
I won't go too much into it right now because we're talking about this episode. I just think the other episode's better.
Yeah, I know where I'm putting the other one, but this episode, honestly, I don't remember exactly too much around it, other than like the whole blackmail part and how people were like so shocked, like during the premiere of this. People were like so shocked when that
cast members were even shocked too. Like,
I think wasn't this one of the first episodes I had to put a trigger warning or like a viewer discretion warning?
Yeah, well, I remember why, because we talked to some cast members about it too, because a lot of people were shocked.
Yeah,
and everyone thought it was just a better choice to put a trigger warning, because I mean, to be fair, trigger warning here, like, it was a grown-ass woman forcing a kid to, like, you know, come to her house,
like,
you know,
yeah, luring him there, blackmailing him into going on a quote-unquote date. Yeah, this is really where stuff starts to go down.
I can't wait to talk about the next episode.
I honestly would put this in S tier, this episode. I think this goes in S tier.
I think...
Or high A.
I think it's high A. Like, I mean, like, complete top of A. Like, nothing... Like,
yeah, nothing can go above that.
Like, an A.
This episode... Yeah, I'll let you go before I start talking.
Oh, okay. I like this episode personally. Believe it or not, Jack, funny enough, played Miss Kami in this episode. He did such a
Yeah.
wonderful job. We had Miss Kami actually had a bunch of actors. Different people would like play Miss Kami. It's kind
Yeah,
of like Grandpa.
I remember like, yeah, because we didn't want to make people too uncomfortable with playing Miss Kami, so we kind of rotated the actors around.
Yeah.
And so Jack just happened to be the
Jack
poor
was
soul,
thrilled.
the poor soul who got to play Miss Kami, but he was ecstatic.
He was thrilled.
He was ecstatic to play Miss Kami.
Maybe Jack's just evil, but like it was fun to record. That was like the one episode that Kiana was part of as well, just as a random ass maid.
Yeah,
it was great. Like we also understood.
What a first recording, by the way, for her to attend is that episode. Like Jesus, what an introduction to the series.
Yeah. We understood a lot like why this episode made some people uncomfortable, because I mean, it's a pretty strong one. But personally, like I like the writing of it, and
yeah,
it was, in my opinion, I had a great time recording it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but that's just me.
The building process for the mansion, by the way, I think this was like 2 months or something it took to build that mansion.
Yeah, wasn't it Potato that mainly built it?
Yeah, Potato was one of the main builders. It was me, you. I mean, I wasn't really on for much of it.
I did the mountains.
I think I did. I think I did the walkway and stuff. I think I did like the walkway.
Yeah, you did.
And like the yard.
I did mountains. You did the walkway and a bit of the yard. I think Potato did most of the building, and I did the statue.
Yeah.
Because I came up with like. I just want to say I'm gonna take credit for this. I came with like the Miss Kami husband lore. Spoilers, but the whole reason why Miss Kami.
We're gonna be talking about Miss Kami a lot here in a second, because I do want to bring something up.
But Miss Kami, the reason why Miss Kami's obsessed with elves is because her husband was an elf and she lost her husband.
Yeah.
And, she kind of went cuckoo. I remember a lot of people thought Miss Kami was the yandere too, but I let you take over.
I think some people might still be confused to this day why there was just like a time jump between this and this episode, and like why you don't see anything that happened to Dante during like what I think it was like 2 weeks that he was there for. It was something like that. I think if I were just like to show what Miss Kami did to Dante, I think it would kind of take away a lot of the mystery behind it and be like, because it's a lot scarier like not knowing what happened and like just seeing that Dante has scars on his body now after what happened, and it never gets like explained what happens. And that was for a reason, because I wanted people to I wanted to leave it up to the viewer and like have them think about what possibly could have happened during those 2 weeks that you don't see. Another little story reason why I didn't like put anything there, like I didn't have anything like showing between the like 2 weeks or whatnot. Dante, the character, would be trying to block this out from his memory, and the series does take place through his eyes, so that black spot is him trying to forget what happened. So yeah, that I just wanted to bring that up and like talk about it, because I know some people might be curious and like why there was just like a random time skip after Dante gets abducted. That's why. Next
episode, put that in D tier. I hate that episode.
Let's compromise bottom of B.
No.
I'm putting this bottom of B.
No. The highest I'm letting you put is C.
All right, I'll put it top of C. I
hate that episode.
I know you hate it. I love it.
Can I explain my reason first why I hate it?
Go.
I just want to say, this is no one's fault. This is my fault, like completely. You could tell, like in the recording, like that I was just upset and I just wasn't thinking. But my computer back then, I would play on a really crappy computer. I mean, I have a good one now, but like,
but back then,
so
it was really bad.
Yeah, so Dante needed my footage, like no matter what. And the thing is that we waited. I felt so bad for the cast. We waited 2 to 3 hours because my computer just wouldn't respond. it just wouldn't work. And we almost called it a quits. Then it worked. Actually, I'm gonna thank Andrew. This is Verbal Centaur. He really helped me because he was like, I don't know if you remember this, but he was like, no, let's just try one more time. We're all here, you know?
Yeah.
Even though this recording is kind of bad, like, I forgot exactly what he says because it was like almost about 2 years ago. But
so long ago.
He's about like he was like, if we push through it now, we could just get it over with and just be relieved. And I disagreed, and I went through with it. And Andrew's the guy who played like the cop in that episode, like the speaking, like
the police dude.
And I did it, and it worked. I had to like turn down like my settings like incredibly. But it was just like, I just didn't have fun. I know the cast didn't have fun. I think the only good part of that episode, in my opinion, is just when we're in the police area, you know, when Dante gets taken away, and when Grandpa and the police guys
Kami gets locked up. Yeah,
like I think that part of the episode's nice. It's just afterwards you can tell that I'm just out of it. And
I love the interaction between you and Grandpa, and like how you guys react to the news. That's why I like this episode so much. But I'm gonna move down to D because we don't have anything in D. And this is like your episode, so I guess I'll give you majority rule over that. I really like this episode a lot for a couple of different reasons. One, like you just get to see like their raw reaction to like the news and stuff, and like you get to see a different side to Grandpa, which you haven't seen before, other than like a glimpse of it in episode 6, I think, because it's after Dante gets punched by Jack. And he's like, you know, he's a very lucky man, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He says something in like Halloween, but that's really all you get. But in this episode, he's just like furious, and I like seeing that. I like seeing more sides to him. I think it makes him a more interesting character, more than just like a doting like Grandpa, you know.
I told the story on a live stream, but like I played Grandpa like in early Okayama, like the first like first 5 episodes. No, I did play him.
You played him in Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, first 6. You know, clearly we had to stop having me play Grandpa because I couldn't play myself. Yeah. So Jack, other people played Grandpa, like our Potato played Grandpa, and like another cast member played Grandpa. They did okay jobs. It's just Jack really embodied what I wanted for Grandpa. So I told Donna, I was like, Jack needs to play Grandpa. Like if we're gonna have Grandpa, Jack has to be there, because I really like how Jack acts for him, and I think one thing that a lot of people misunderstand about Grandpa is that he is a sweet soul. Like he's very kind. He's actually based off my grandma, but he's also very stern and serious at times too. Like he's
when he
very,
needs to be.
He's very caring. He's very overprotective of Dante and eventually Jay.
Yeah, so this episode, this is kind of the turning point in the series because we're at the halfway point now. This is the end of the Okayama city. Like that arc is over. Like that major story arc is done. Now we're in Amayako. I think this episode.
What we call...
that's what the second town is called, by the way. Amayako. It was suggested by I think Corby.
Yeah, it was Corby.
I think Corby gave that name. So yeah. I think this is low A, honestly. I think that's where this episode
I think it's low A. Like maybe high B, but low A. Like
I think this episode is it really shows you how messed up Dante got from everything, and how he's like, you know, he learned that he wasn't like going to school, like he was avoiding going to school. He's been like holed up in his room, just like depressed, and and it's also just like a solid school episode as well.
Yeah, I think the only thing this episode lacks, and I think there's something I want to mention. From the episode that's in detail, episode 12, I consider that part 1. Like, then episode 13 is part 2. But in part 2, I was gonna say, like, I think the one thing that part 2 really, I think, lacks in. I mean, I think the pacing's better, like at least like story wise. But you really have to have patience to like watch certain episodes, and I feel like certain episodes drag out, and I think that's what episode 13 suffers from. That's just I think it's fine. I think it's a great episode. I just think it's a lot more
Yeah.
slower paced, like
I think it
more
needs to be slower
relaxing.
paced
Oh
because
yeah,
it's
I
like
think
you
that
see
too.
how you really see how Dante like reacts like to like the students around him and like how he's like how changed he was. I think this episode needed to be slower.
I think it was kind of awkward as well because at that time I don't think we recorded for like months.
Yeah, it was definitely like, yeah, I think this was after I did the casting call for part 2.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of new
'cause-
cast members as well, and like it was like us like it was kind of us de-rusting in this episode.
But the next episode I think is even better.
I think this goes above episode 13, Beauty and the Broken. There are a few different reasons why I think that. One, the title itself. The title itself is like how they see each other, like Beauty and the Broken. So Dante views Rain as beautiful, and he views himself as broken, and vice versa with Rain. So yeah, there's meaning behind the title, and I think this episode, one, it's fun to watch. Two, I think this builds more chemistry between the two.
We also like because we got to do like the fun maid cafe thing.
Yeah,
too.
it was a really fun
Like,
episode.
that was great. You know, that episode, I like it. I think, spoilers again, this is like for the end of the series. I think this is when like people realize that Rain was the yandere, you know?
Yeah,
I think it was
included
obvious.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, to be fair, we never really tried to like hide it too much, you know?
Yeah, but
Well, we
at
put a
this
little
time, people
effort,
were still
but-
thinking Kami was going to come back too. So it was like more of
Yeah.
like a toss up between the two. Episode, this is 14? No, 15. This
No,
is
it's 15. I think it's
This,
below.
I think this episode is really good.
I
Where'd
think
you
it's
put this?
good. I don't think it's A. I think it's B.
I think I'd
That's
put it
just
in
my-
B. I think I put it below this.
Kami.
This is a really solid episode. I really like this episode for a few different reasons.
It was fun. I think it was really awkward though, if I remember from like recording, but that was just because like nothing bad, of course. I always have to say that because you know people always think the wrong thing. It's just like
Yeah.
we haven't recorded with like this is like all the VAs together.
Mhm.
And we didn't know like if everyone had like the right chemistry and stuff.
Yeah.
That's something in my opinion when it comes to like recording stuff matters, especially like role plays like this.
So the beach episode. Where would you put the beach episode? To be honest, I don't really know where I'm thinking of putting
I can
this.
tell you what I think about the beach episode. If you're fine with me going first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um
First off, where'd you rank
Andy-
it?
where I rank it, either
Yeah.
low A or high B. But
High B. I'll put it above. I'll put it here.
I think it's better than the Jack episode.
Yeah,
but,
I'll put it above there.
Andy, I know a lot of people don't know this. Endith plays
Mako.
Mako. If you don't know who Endy is, he played Endith in Aroa's Osaka High, and I think originally Yandere. I forget.
He played Mako in a
um,
lot of projects.
I agreed with him on this because I remember he approached me like he was like, I think Mako should have the episode because we didn't bring up. I know we haven't brought Mako up too much at this point, but like Mako was the original girl interested in Dante. Like if you go back
Yeah.
like
It's like in
early
Halloween.
episodes.
Halloween, like
Mhm.
she literally gives him her phone number. I remember
Yeah,
I didn't
and,
really want to do like I didn't really want to go with like the whole like I didn't want to take that seriously. But then like you guys like I remember you talked to me about it, and eventually I was like, yeah, we should definitely like actually make it a thing.
This is just I loved Mako's character as a concept. I think Endy did a great job playing her.
Yeah, Andy definitely did amazing. Props to Andy.
Yeah, and we already had plans that we were gonna kill off Mako anyways, and I was like, we need an episode for that, like to build her up, than just slice.
Tear her down.
Yeah, and also like I said, Endy's a great great text actor, and I was like, I knew he would carry. Like,
yeah, he's a really good body actor. Now this
if you
is
haven't-
this is the end of the fun times. There's only like
yeah,
one or two more fun episodes here, or like high spirited episodes.
I have a lot to say about. The
I
next.
really like the thumbnail for this episode. I really like the colors and how Mako like
You did the colors
contrasts.
really well.
I really like this a lot. Good job, Jay, with the render. If you guys
Yeah.
didn't know, Jay makes all the character renders for the thumbnails.
Not all of them. Milk did the first 2 episodes. I started in episode 3. You can tell.
Milk did this one, and he did 1 and 2, and then Jay took over for the rest.
But I have a lot to say about the next episode. I want you to go first because I have a lot.
First off, where should we put this on the tier list?
I'll let you go first because I've been going first the last couple times. I'll tell you.
Personally, I think this goes above this episode. I think this is where I'd put this episode. Yeah, this episode was really messed up. This was also really hard to record. So if you guys don't know, doing that scene where the hooded figure is like beating Jay and then like has to like answer like a text from someone, that was me doing both the masked figure and the text messages, like both of them. It was really hard to do. It was like we had to start over that scene a few times because I was like struggling to get the timing down and stuff.
That whole scene, like we didn't have a script for that or anything. Me and Dante were just in call, like, wow, we can't sleep if we have recording. You just want to record something?
We hopped on and we did that. We honestly really clicked with the scene. I'm a big fan of it. I think the thumbnail is really good as well. I think you did a great job with the render.
Thank you. I like this episode a lot for a lot of reasons. I still had my bad computer at this point, but we were really far away from the map, like the main map, because where the set was, like in the world. So I wasn't lagging, and it looked dark enough where it looked really good, like shader. Or, I mean, you could tell if that's not shaders. It just looked decent enough. And like we didn't have a script. We just kind of like had an idea. We went for it. Dante, like you said, he body acted the beginning scenes. You haven't body acted in that point for a long time.
Yeah. I really didn't do that much body acting.
Yeah. No one was awake, so like we couldn't get like another actor. I felt like that my character was not giving enough room for Jack or Rain to grow with Dante, and I said that's why I got kidnapped originally. Is Dante agreed with this. I wanted time where Dante hung out with Jack and Rain.
Yeah, just without Jay around.
Yeah, and
coincidentally, this gave a really good reason.
Yeah, it gave a really good reason. Fun fact: a lot of people don't know this. Mako was like killed in the same room as Jay. Jay didn't know because he was passed out the whole time.
Yeah, both Jay and both you and Mako went missing at the same time.
Yeah, Jay just never knew. Well, Jay's just also kind of an idiot. But yeah, no, I really like that episode. It just did some good building for like Rain and Jack. And a lot of people noticed that Rain was late that episode too.
Yeah, this is a very solid episode, very necessary as well. I think
the next episode that's coming up is even better.
This is what I was talking to you yesterday. So Jay and I, again, we were talking last night in a VC when Milk was there as well. We were talking about this a little bit. And I said I had an S tier pick that I think would shock a lot of people. Brothers is that pick. I think this episode is like the best showing of the relationship between Dante and Jay. Like I just think this episode is like so damn good. And one of the lines you said, like one of the quotes, I can't remember the exact line.
I'm happy to be alive with you or something like that.
Yeah, that is like one of the best quotes in the series, like by far. And I think this episode's really underrated.
Like I know it's not too interesting to watch because we're just in a hospital room, and it's also one of the shorter episodes too. But
I mean, I think it benefits from being short because it's just in a hospital room.
Yeah, but like I think it's one of the turning points like for Dante and Jay. It's like Cold Heart. Like this is just my opinion about Okayama. Jay and Dante, they felt more like friends in those 2 episodes than any other episode, you know. And and I feel like I know a lot of people love Jay and Dante. I just think those 2 are just the best.
Like, Brothers is where they become brothers to each other. Like this is where their bond is like at its like peak.
I remember when you like presented like the idea to me, like you called me, it was like really late at night, and we really just wanted an episode where it's just talking. I know it's weird for like a Minecraft roleplay because normally you want like stuff happening and stuff, but
yeah,
we felt like that we wanted their relationship to feel earned, you know, to feel like they were actually brothers, and I feel like that episode's perfect. It's my personal, honestly, my second favorite episode ever.
Like in terms of like importance, this episode has the most important conversation in the entire series by far.
If that episode didn't happen, Jay wouldn't have went off and looked for Dante in like recovery in the end of that one episode.
Yeah,
I feel like this episode is the reason why their bond is so close, you know.
Yeah, like this is like the Dante and Jay episode. So the next episode, Jay, where would you put this episode?
I think it's decent. I think it's like Andy in it alone because he's so funny. Andy played Adam's dad.
I'll put this in B.
Him. I think it's like low A, but that's just me.
We kind of have a lot of going on, like a lot going on in A. I think we should kind of refrain from just throwing everything in A.
Okay.
I'd probably put this like top
B. I would
B.
put it. Yeah, I think top B. I think the episode's so fun, and also it's just like a Jack and Adam episode. And I'll talk about the next one too, because it's still like kind of that way. But I love the sleepover episode. It also teases the yandere. People didn't.
It also gives it gives plot significance to the episode as well, just to give that extra little spice to the episode. So we're down to the last three.
I have a lot to say about this next
one. This episode. I mean, I'll get into it in a little bit, but Jay, where would you rank this episode?
I think it's also B, like just recording and watching wise. But I can tell you why I like it so much.
Where you want to put it?
I think it's below Mako, but that's just my thought.
Okay. I'll say this before Jay starts talking about the episode: is that this episode almost did not come into fruition. I know we talked about this on the live stream a little bit, I think. Is at this point in the series, it was taking so long for everything to come out, and I was really fatigued from the series, and I didn't want to do any more extra episodes because at this point the last two episodes were these two. Like my plans for these two episodes, and that was it. But Jay, I think it was Jay, Jack, and Vic, like you guys like really pushed for this one to happen. So like we can get more like screen time of like everyone together and stuff, like with Jack and and Adam. Like it was kind of like you guys were dragging me like kicking and screaming over the finish line is how I would say it, because of how absolutely fatigued I was at this point. I was so sick of Okayama. I was like, bro, I'm so done. Not that actually kind of at this point I was starting to hate Okayama a little bit just because of how long it was taking for us to do it. Like this was like a 2-year endeavor for this series, right? Just Reboot alone, like it took so long for this to come out. I was like, dude, we're almost done. I want to finish this. I don't want to do any more extra episodes, but you guys really convinced me to do this, and I'm glad we did it in retrospect.
It was Vic's idea, because I remember Vic came up to me because he wanted to get the main people on board.
Yeah.
To convince Dante. It was really funny. Vic, I will say this now, like I don't think we gave him enough credit. He came up with a lot of good ideas for Okayama.
Yeah, he did.
Especially recovery. But like a lot of reboot stuff, like a lot of smaller details that a lot of people like, it's because of Vic.
This dude was really in the background just like helping us a lot. So thank you, Vic. I appreciate you a lot, buddy.
But Vic wanted an episode because he personally thought, because the only thing, like Dante said, the only things that were planned was episode 21, which is the one with Rain in the thumbnail, and the prom episode that's at the very bottom. That's not ranked yet. That was the only 2 episodes planned. Vic was like, Jack needs more time to just be there. And we also knew at this point that like, even if we did this episode, Jack still just wouldn't have enough time to fully grow into what he should have been. That's just my thoughts. But like Vic was like, yeah, this episode's nice. So Vic came up to me. I was like, I like that idea a lot, and I wanted to do another episode. You can ask Dante. Like, I was begging to just do just another cool episode, just something fun with like cast
Yeah.
and stuff. So then we went to Jack and we presented the idea to Jack, and Jack's like, I love it. Then we all went to Dante, like, could we please do this? And that's why Dante's like, we pretty much dragged him like by his feet, like we were like little kids asking their mom for candy. Like, can we,
Yeah.
can we please do this? Can we please go to the candy store?
Yeah, this episode is literally just us getting our suits for prom. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. It was just a fun building moment for the characters, and that's it. They make them feel more like friends.
Episode 21. To be honest, I wouldn't rank this too high. The only significant thing that happens to it, I'd probably place this like high C.
I would say high C.
The only significant thing that happens in this is the invitation. Everything else is just sort of like school. Nothing too much happening.
I mean, I will say I do think the best parts of the episode was Rain.
Yeah,
anytime she was on screen.
Definitely,
like,
100%.
It was just kind of us messing around and just doing cringy flirting, like if you want the truth. But but like other than that, it was just fun. Like it was a fun setup episode. And also like it was like the last school episode as well. So I know a lot of people were sad. I don't have a lot to say about it besides that I think Potato was the best part of that episode. You know,
yeah.
It's sad that just not a lot happened. You know, like Potato carries it.
Yeah. I think they're the only reason why it doesn't dip down to like D tier territory. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. So I think this comes as a surprise to nobody, where I'm going to rank this episode, and it's going an F. No, kidding.
No.
I'm not putting an F. It is top of S tier, to be honest.
I think it's the best episode.
I think this is the ultimate Okayama episode. It has literally everything that is like, you know, what Okayama is known for. You got Jay and Dante in it. You got everyone. Like you got Jack. You got Rain here. You got Grandpa.
Yeah, Endith.
Yeah, you got you got Endith there as well. I loved Endith in that episode. My God, this was the like. I look back on this episode, like this was the most fun episode to record. Like, dude, everyone was just stellar in this episode. Seriously, everyone in this episode, you guys were absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think the ending is pretty heart-wrenching as well.
A lot of people apparently cried, what I've heard from you know, me and you reading the letter.
Yeah.
I want to bring up
the
something
voice
funny.
switch. Oh yeah, dude, I wish I had that footage, but I'm on a new computer, so I don't have it.
Yeah. I want to bring up.
Yeah,
I really want to talk about
it. Yeah.
It was so funny. Like, me and Dante knew it was going to be kind of sad. I didn't think it was going to be too impactful, though, when we were doing, like, the letter scene. But me and Dante were laughing. And Dante was, like, making fun of me because I couldn't read.
he mispronounced the word, and I just started laughing. I don't know, the way you said, I don't remember what word it was, but it was a certain word
it was too.
That you, like, mispronounced, and it sounded really funny. And I just couldn't hold in my laughter.
I think it's also the best POV episode that Jay was in.
Yeah. I think this episode just has it all.
Like, I think it's really neat because you see every important character to the story. You know, and I think not all the OG characters, of course, but all the OGs that carried over from the first town. Because we only allowed certain OG characters to come to the new town. I think they all were there.
Yeah, we didn't allow everyone from the old town to migrate over, like all their characters, because, you know, that wouldn't make sense.
They were all there. Endif was there. We had our moment with Grandpa. We had a JPOV switch.
Yeah.
I love the ending.
The thumbnail is also great. I love your I love the render.
I don't know if I doubt that fans know this, but in our inner friend group, like when we're like recording this, and even now, everyone makes fun of me because when I like knock Rain out, I'm like, hi, like in such a happy way.
Like, hey, what's up?
Dante. It's weird because even though I say it's the best, I think my only problem with the episode is that we had to re-record the J POV scene.
Oh yeah,
the first time we recorded it.
Chat.
Yeah, I had team chat, so I saw what the cast was saying, even though I was recording. And
I was like, Jay, there's team chats in this.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my god.
we had to re-record it, so we had to get like Addison, like the person who played Addison, we had to get Vic and like Jack
You had to get everyone that was
on,
in
and
that
yeah,
scene
and
when we
then
were
that
walking
scene
back
back
to the
on.
house. Yeah. To give you guys a little bit of a timeline of like how usually our recordings go and like how uploads kind of are. So we in recovery, or not recovery, in reboot. I mean, recovery is the same thing, but reboot. We recorded on Saturday at like what, like 6:30, 5:30 p.m. EST, something around there. We finished recording, which took around like an hour and a half to 2 hours or so. That's usually how long our recordings take. So we recorded that, and then as soon as we finished recording, I jump into editing. A fun, not so fun for me, but a little fun fact for you guys, that I actually had to re-edit the finale 3 times. I had to re-edit the finale 3 times, and the videos, the episodes, if the render is done the night of, the video goes up on Sunday. So
Yep.
I was scrambling. I had to re-edit this finale 3 times because I kept forgetting like small little things. Because I was rushing to get this finale finished and uploaded because I really wanted it to be just done. So I had to go back and re-edit it a few times, and I was really upset, and I didn't get done editing until like 3 in the morning or something. It was something like crazy. Yeah, we were scrambling to get this episode done. It's honestly kind of a miracle that it came out as well as it did.
Yep. Oh, and I know we're really talking about this a lot, but like a lot of people were sad. Like I'm talking about like recording when we finished.
Yeah.
Because there was a chance that like a lot of us wouldn't have seen each other for a very long time. You know, 'cause a lot of times that people would talk would just be before or after recordings. People would hang out sometimes. So it felt great, but it was also sad because the episode it was great because it was one of the best episodes we recorded, but it was like, wow, like this is really the end,
Yeah, this is our final list at the very end. The top 3, only 3 made it to S tier. I honestly thought, actually no, this is kind of what I expected to be an S tier, like 3. So the top 3 episodes. This one's kind of unexpected, to be honest. I don't know if people really would think we would put that in S tier.
The only episode I would put in S tier is Cold Heart.
Yeah, but I think Cold Heart is like top of A.
Good A.
Yeah, good A. I think we should only reserve S tier for like the truly like banger episodes. Like these 2 are here for like, I mean, Prom is here for like all the reasons. This is here for like story and like importance, and this is here for like pure like just fun value.
Yeah, enjoyment.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this list actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. You have any closing words, Jay, for all of our lovely viewers?
Be excited for season 2.
Why'd you say it like that?
Okay, bro. Hunter, I'm coming for you.
Okay, man. All right, man. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Go sub to Jay.
Subscribe to Dante _ MC. Fuck.